Okay, I'm back. Good to see you all. I'm a little hesitant to cast this episode because if you followed not the previous video, but the one before that, you saw that my undead mage fell victim to the horrors of hardcore WoW, and no, I leveled up a character up to level 10. We still have to do a couple of things in the Barrens, and then we're actually back where that previous character was. So, yeah, I just think, well, I'm not giving up. The thing is, I can't really think about anything else but WoW hardcore. Every morning I watch the hardcore death clips. Um, if I play off stream, I listen to um, Gold commentary on the hardcore deaths because he's fucking knowledgeable. And he really sort of talks about it like it's I don't know, like it's a sport almost. It's really helpful actually, and I came up with some ideas. So the Resist RP guide, the XP guide, is pretty good. Um, but what does happen is that I blindly trust it. So what I'll do now is whenever I have a quest, I'll actually kite the quest mobs, get a lay of the land, actually think about what I'm seeing, right? And then um, what I'll also do, because I'm pretty it's pretty I don't want to say dramatic. That's silly, but it is pretty impactful if your hardcore character dies. So this is going to be I'm going to go for the hardcore mode in the most lazy and safe way, which means that everything around me needs to be green level, and my gear essentially needs to be twinked for each zone. Now, I know that isn't very viable as a goal, but it's probably better than what I have now. So, yeah, that's the plan. The only problem that I really have is that I don't really have a solid escape plan yet. I don't have a wand, and I don't have complete mastery over the fear skill, but the resource management of the warlock appears promising because you actually become quite beefy at one point. At least that's what the guides tell me. So we'll see. I have to kill some quill boars here. Start with that. Fuck it up, hopefully. And then we can continue on with our D&D episodes. We're still in the sort of pre-banter phase of the D&D episodes, and we are talking about anachronisms and how it can affect a D&D campaign and how to cope with that if we are working with a sci-fi grimdark setting. Before we do that, though, I only watched the highlights of the Hamzat Shemaev Duplessis fight. I called it. I said he was going to win. I did not expect him to go the 5 rounds. Goes to show that. Wait, I have to buy some milk. Just goes to show that Duplessis is a very durable opponent, and it was a judge's call, which again I find myself to be quite aligned with what the judges are saying all the time. Great fight again. This one, mm, again, I've only seen the highlights. I'll watch the full thing later. But what I like is that this is the second fight with exciting fighters for me. The last one was RDR Whitaker, and this one, Hamzat Shemaev, is just exciting to watch. Um, and nice going there. It was 5 rounds. Really, um, see, there's a pretty low threshold in enjoying the UFC. I mean, everyone gets it. It's two dudes fighting. But if you want to get into the nitty gritty
What can I
of
help you with?
what makes fighting an interesting sport and what strategies are involved. I think that Robert Whitaker, RDR, and Hamzat Shemaev versus Duplessis are excellent entry points there. They're also great entry points for you to check if you don't like it. Like if you just want to see dudes fight and batter each other, that's cool too, of course. But not every UFC fight is designed that way from the fighter's perspective. So yeah, hey, enough talk for me now. Let's continue those episodes. I'm excited to continue the episodes. I'm gonna be anal with this character. I'm gonna be so careful. I don't want him to die. I want to play. This is my dream. Okay, I want to play WoW hardcore with the D&D episodes in the background forever, and then like once a week or something. I mean, it's a silly hobby, but this gives me energy. So enjoy, and I'll see you later. I hope if anything scary happens, I'll pop up the mic and you'll hear me talk. But most of the time, it's just some nice D&D banter in the background as I level up this bro. And then I think at one point, it'll just get scarier and scarier. We'll see. Yeah.
Brew was there was a lot more anachronism. Like, you know what that word means?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot more anachronism with that one. So like there was that hybrid. Like most of the stuff was, it was like, visiting a feudal world with our advanced technology. A lot of the places that we were going to had lower technology levels intentionally.
Exactly. Yeah, and that did sort of it was fun at first, but it kind of gets the steam out of the incremental growth of a character.
Yeah, and it kind of takes the spice out of Starfinder.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that would have been a really good like Pathfinder one with like I think like having more of the leaning more into the medieval aspect, like the more feudal stuff like sword and sorcery.
Exactly. How would this work in a Warhammer 40K inspired session, though? How do
Well,
you?
Warhammer has like that whole anachronism built into it. Like there's a reason why the Space Marines are giant guys in bulky armor with swords, and like that like Trapo was saying earlier, like short stories of like sometimes like the Imperium will encounter a long lost world that's been cut off from the Empire for like 5,000 years, and they forgot their history, and they're like back to a feudal society with like, basically they're like, oh, you just came out of the Bronze Age again, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Um. Yeah. So I'm trying the thing that was really missing that could sort of apprehend this problem gameplay wise is probably a hub that's nearby that has almost every weapon available. Because I can imagine Trapo's space dwarf like wielding a power axe, power sword, bolt pistol, all that jazz, and then your character be more like a sniper ops. And like when I look at your character, I'm also thinking of those animations I've seen in Cyberpunk 2077 where their arms become like swords and shit.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm. One of the things I'm planning on buying at first level is a integrated like blade arm.
Dope.
Classic.
Yeah, so we do
Yeah,
need
a bone
to.
blade is only 150 credits.
You can get. Have either of you played Darktide?
Hell yeah.
No.
So it is. You're basically like agents of the Inquisition, and you go down to you're like working through missions, clearing out a hive world that's been infected by Nurgle. But like you have a central hub in that game, which has things like an armory, which you like slowly unlock weapons in, which is run by Mechanicus, who obviously are the guys that craft all the weapons. So you could always have
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
this
big
guy.
like major ship or something.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
he's also saying something to the tune of like if you go to an old world and it has swords, you can pick up those swords and salvage them to create something more according to your class.
yeah. You have the facilities like on board that if you pick up the raw resources or want something slightly modified or upgraded, um, you have someone on board that can do that. It obviously just you have to get all the resources to do it and wait some time for it to be done. If you want like something new created, I don't know if Starfinder has rules for crafting to that level in it.
GM silently looks at Darth. Do we have crafting in Starfinder?
Yeah, crafting's really easy in Starfinder. I mean, I did a lot of it with Corrin because that was the only way we could get technology, but we didn't have money.
Oh, yep. I've literally just googled crafting equipment and magic items. There is
Yeah,
page
it's easy.
235 in the core rulebook. It is a
Yeah,
thing.
they made it really easy in Starfinder to like craft weapons. Pathfinder, it sucks.
Yeah. Here you go. If you want, there's the Archive of Nethys page to it.
Yeah, nice. No, I
Uh,
have the book, so then I have an excuse to
So
drink in the garden later.
go to page 235 in that case.
I'll read it for now on the site. Oh yeah, I need to slowly read this.
Yeah. So I think because we're going to be like based on this like ship that is moving, it would make sense that if we had some like crafting facilities on board that ship
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we could then get stuff created for us, even if we aren't like visiting super advanced planets all the time, where we can buy new weapons just from the market.
Yeah, I think that will work, and I shouldn't restrict certain technologies. I think that was a bit of a mistake in the last campaign. So, like I said, if we go to a planet that has older technologies, I'll just look at Doom: The Dark Ages and see how they figured it out there, and then we'll be okay. Yeah, that would be cool. And Darktide, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I've played Darktide. I think I'm on 150 hours.
Well, that is we're essentially doing a dark side.
Yeah, I actually
We are-
have a Nurgle type planet in the
You had
campaign.
the Forgotten Fleet or whatever it was.
The Phantom Fleet, yeah.
Phantom Fleet. There we are.
Okay.
So, I think that would work.
Then we have some homebrew additional rule sets. So, what I did in the last campaign was whenever something was amusing to the group or was encouraging in terms of RP or, something went according to the expectations of the players, I would give them a Benny, which provided essentially a reroll for anything. And I'm actually thinking of having that one again. But instead of providing the rerolls as is, maybe have a card system so that, like, if you do something well, then the basic cost for a card is like 3 bennies. And then you can also convert 3 bennies into like a bronze benny, and then you get something that's really dope, silver, gold. And then sort of in that sense create a card deck. What are your thoughts about it, and have you ever worked with bennies before?
Benny's short for benefits, like hero points in other tabletop games.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it like? Sure. I was thinking, was it like inspiration from D&D? I guess it's slightly more expanded than that.
Yeah, a little bit more versatile.
Yeah, it's
I
from
think
Savage Worlds. I got it, and then later on, I played a D&D version of. No, I played Pathfinder with a group, and they had a card system that I really liked. So that's what it's based on.
I mean, what kind of thing could you do with these cards? What would these cards be?
Well, for example, your next attack does full damage, or um, stuff like you can for the next three combat rounds or for the next three whole combat sessions, every reflex save that you do is attributed to an attack roll and a damage roll, so that you can actually sort of dodge an attack as the enemy is trying to attack you, like a counter attack, if you will.
Hmm.
And then the other one would be sort of roleplay-esque. So we have these three factions on the floating fortress, and they have rivalries and they have certain things going on for them. And maybe there's like a political candidate card where you can push forth who gets the most influence. I haven't entirely thought it out because I first wanted to see if it lands with the players or if it sounds a bit too convoluted.
Uh, I honestly don't know. I've not played with a system like that. The most I've ever done is like in D&D's inspiration, which is where you can use it to reroll missed attacks or saving throws that have been failed.
That was the basic premise of using the bennies in my campaign as
Yeah,
well.
that's the sort of the most I've ever done with that kind of mechanic.
And the thing is, it's fun to make additional rule sets in homebrew, but the thing I have to watch out for is that it doesn't overtake the base power of the characters.
Hmm.
But what it does do that would make it interesting is it can give an like initiative for the player to find something out that's not necessarily following the plot line that I've put forth, but maybe they go to into a segue or they like this. Another thing that would be kind of fun is like add a d20 to your next sense motive roll, stuff like that.
So, I mean, I think that's the equivalent of using. Well, how does sense motive work? Is it the same as insight? You roll a d20, add your modifier,
Pretty much.
you beat the DC, you gain information.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Sure. So that it'd be the equivalent of giving advantage on the roll. So you just get to roll another d20 and take whichever one was highest.
Yeah. So I still have to make these cards, by the way. This is a bit of commentary on what I just heard. The thing is, the cost is pretty important. So what I'll do is I'll make a skill card. Those are the cheapest, so those are meant for skills, right? Then after that, and that will be like one Benny. Then after that, I would make a combat card that's just that you can use as a reroll for combat, for example. Then I'd use an item card, so it's like an item, like a card that you can use for itemization or trade. And then after that, I would use a story card, and the prices are incrementally up. And And I would also make RP cards, which basically means engage in a downtime activity with another player. You gain this much if you are adjacent to him for the next 3 sessions, something like that. I think that would be pretty interesting. So yeah, that's where I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right now. Everything will become more clear once I do those videos, because I actually played some card games, some card battlers that are reminiscent of the campaign that I'm currently running. And those are definitely the story cards. So if I have those story cards, I can then sort of schematically think, all right, what is thematically close to this card, but has the least impact? What has a little more impact? What has the most impact? And then build it on from there. A lot of work, but
yeah, it could
Could
work. I was also thinking, this is something that I still haven't figured out, but I was also thinking, like, if there was a roleplay moment that was between two characters and it was really good, that they can combine their bennies so that whenever they are in the vicinity of each other for the next combat round, they do extra damage or something. That's based off the Fire Emblem series. But I'm still sort of figuring it out as we go. Darth, any thoughts?
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of something a little bit different, like the like deck kind of thing or something, because it, you know, I think it like discourages more like the hoarding of them and then like getting like this big stockpile of stuff that like either doesn't get used or, you know.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened in the last campaign.
Yeah, and then you can still be like free with them, but then like we get more like interesting things, I guess, or like there's more of a incentive to spend those things.
And it
On
adds to the
specific
pace.
stuff.
I think it because it's a meta narrative currency, but if you just use it willy nilly, it discourages the progression of the character as is a little bit. You're like, well, my character didn't do that. I did that because I used all those bennies.
Yeah, and I like the idea of having like interesting things to do with it too, besides just like, reroll an attack roll, reroll
Exactly.
a save, reroll an attack roll,
Yeah.
reroll like I've like having at a like very significant narrative moment, being like, hey, I've got this like silver card that lets me do maximum damage with my attack, and like there's a boss and like it's about to go down and we really want to make sure it dies, and then it's like being able to like, hey, I've got this one unique thing that I spent like 8 bennies on or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we're on the same page there. I think it will be very interesting. Also, it's something because I have the campaign sort of, I have the plot lines and I have the combat ready, so I definitely have time to do it.
Oh yeah, speaking of, since we're talking about like character stuff, would you mind like I assume Outpath is the Roll20 game
Yeah,
instance that we're going to use. Would you mind giving me the ability to like just start working on my
Yeah.
character sheet?
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, whenever you got time.
Oh yeah, of
Actually-
course. I have to make those.
Does because I've got access to that. Does the character sheet have like a builder in it, or is it just you have to input everything manually?
I think the Starfinder one has like you have to input basically everything manually. You can drag and drop from the like rulebook tab.
All right.
So like the feet and everything, like you can just drag the feet over and it should just import it directly into the sheet.
Crapo,
But
are you
stuff
okay?
outside of the core.
Are you okay with giving all the players agency over your character sheet?
Oh, what? As in they can see it?
See it, edit, help you out.
Yeah, by all means, because I will probably need help.
Yeah, of course.
And
That's fine. And obviously, if I'm not here and someone wants to control my character, if
Yeah.
I miss a shift, but the rest of the people can play, that's by all means. That's fine. Just don't get me like secretly married or something.
no, we never do that.
That used to be a thing, I think, in one of the random downtime activities in 5e. You could like, if you chose to like go and have like a party or a night out on town, there would be a table that you'd roll
Yeah.
to see like what happened during the nights, and it was things like, oh, you got into a fight with someone, create a rival, or you won a game of poker, earn some money, and then one of the other options was you get blackout drunk and wake up next to someone having found that you got married.
Yeah.
It was just mad.
Yeah. Let's see. We haven't heard from the second American.
I'm assuming they fell asleep.
I think he fell asleep. Yeah, let's give him some leeway. Poor bastard.
Poor Americans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was also because like Space Marines are sort of old world in the campaign. I was thinking of having also like a modern interpretation of Space Marines and like an independent version of them, and I sort of went with StarCraft aesthetics and Halo aesthetics because to me those are American Space Marines, whereas the 40k Space Marines are the British ones. So yeah.
I mean, there are literally there were a what's the word I'm looking for? Not prequel.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're going on about.
There was a version of Space Marines before they became Space Marines.
Yeah, Chaos
like
2000
no,
AD, the Judge Dredd
No.
people.
No, not that. Like within 40k itself, when the
Oh,
Emperor was like retaking Terra, Thunder Warriors, that was the word I was looking for. So before there were Space Marines, there were Thunder Warriors, which were basically the prototype. That was the word I was looking for. They were like at the early prototype for Space Marines proper.
cool.
They were like basically souped up people on like hormone and like adrenal
Oh yeah, Liver King people.
God, what's the word on it? I've forgotten. I know the word. I've forgotten how to say it. Concoctions.
Oh.
There we go. Bloody hell.
Concoction.
Concoctions.
Good word.
It's not a word I've said probably in 5 years.
Yeah, especially if you're not drinking. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this
No.
chocolate is quite the concoction.
Yes, concoctions. So they were basically just like the prototype versions for proper Space Marines, and they were inherently unstable. So they were a bit like clones from Star Wars, as in they were made to fight, but they also sort of died very quickly because they weren't built to last.
And the Emperor found like, oh, I made these guys, but I didn't give them an off
Yep.
switch, so they're just
what do you-
violent psychopaths.
What are you talking about? They all valiantly died on the final stand on that one hill. They weren't taken out back and shot down by all the custodians at all. That's a vicious
Yeah,
rumor.
that never happened.
That never happened. They all gloriously died. I do like that there are still like that's definitely not what happened. They were all just put down because they were highly unstable.
Cool. I do like I do like the 30k stories. I like the techno barbarians.
Yeah, they haven't done enough
Yeah,
sort of actual stories of the Emperor's
I agree.
conquest on Terra.
I agree. I'm
Because
missing a
the
lot of work there.
only, I mean, there are some. If you haven't, go and watch the Last Church video on YouTube, because that is like a story of the Last Church on Terra. All the others have been destroyed by the Emperor, like to pave way for like this secular imperium, like getting rid of all the old superstitions. And basically, this figure shows up to this last church and has a conversation with the priest. And the priest like tells his life story, which includes like the history of the world being like slowly conquered by the Emperor and him like fighting against the Thunder Warriors. It's very good. Because I think it's the Last Church was like a short story, but then this person obviously amended it, and it's very good. Here we are. I forgot it. So it's in the sort of same vein as the other thing we linked before. What was it? Black Reach. So it's another sort of thing like that where it's definitely worth watching or just listening to, because it was sort of designed as an audiobook. But no, there's definitely not enough sort of techno barbarian stories. It's the
Well,
idea is so fun, but you had like the ruler of like Techno America or Pax America, I think is what it was, which was ruled by a half mad, half genius techno barbarian leader, which is just a
dope.
fun description.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the current, like, I like the techno barbarians because it's like a fantasy I have with what will happen to movie stars in about 10 years. Like they say, like all the celebrities are on roids, but I haven't seen one really going bad from it yet. I mean, I've seen the Liver King. He's a good example of not doing steroids, but like The Rock or that other guy, they still look good. They still look like a bodybuilder.
I mean, you also have celebrities like Keanu Reeves or Liv Tyler, who have clearly just found the Fountain of Youth somewhere,
Yeah,
because they don't seem to have aged in like the past 30 years.
they don't age. Wow, that will be a good. I want them in a movie together. Liv Tyler and Keanu Reeves as like the elves, just an Eldar movie.
Well, so apparently,
Keanu Reeves sort of walking into the warp and going like, "Whoa!"
whoa, watch Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's excellent adventures through the warp. They just get slowly more and more corrupted and fucked up as time goes on, before they just become like full-on chaos worshippers because they've gone mad.
Whoa, for the Emperor! Excellent. Oh,
He's like, Ted, I
uh,
don't think the Emperor is a god. That's heresy, Bill. I just shoots him in the face.
all right. Anyway, oh, I have one more thing that I needed to discuss. Were there? Let me think first. Were there other? Well, yeah, I do have like it was good that Darth mentioned the economy thing because I do have like minerals in the game, and they need to be fleshed out a little bit more because they function like gold, but in the previous campaign it was more of a magical substance within them. But I need to work on that one. Anyway, we have space combat, but
Oh, what, as in like starships fighting each other?
yeah, exactly. The question I have though is, in what way do we want that to be featured in the campaign? Because we did it a couple of times in the last campaign, and I wasn't too happy with how that panned out. So what are your thoughts on that?
What did you do in the last campaign
Well,
with space combat?
we essentially just followed the rules as written, and there were
Well,
encounters with some spaceships. Yeah, go ahead, Darth.
yeah, it was a little harder too because we only had 3 people,
Right. Yeah, that's true.
and like a full space combat, we like a good ship would have it like 4 positions, has everybody like everything filled out.
Yeah. Do we want it? Because like it's the floating fortress is the main hub and is guided by a fleet. So there is of course ample opportunity to have space combat. But I don't want to necessitate it if it's dull or difficult to run.
I don't really think it is. It's different than the like on the ground, like boots on the ground combat, but especially if you have like a vehicle and you have the weapon systems and stuff in place, like I think it can be fun as long as you're not like doing too much, because yeah, if you do like too much in a spaceship combat, it like turns into a slog, I think.
I
I
think
think that
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just looking at the old archives of Netherese. So there is the standard starship combat rules, and then I think there is narrative starship combat from Starfinder Enhanced. So I think there are alternate rules you can use.
I like the sound of narrative combat.
Yeah. So the combat takes place over a series of rounds during which the PCs attempt to destroy or disable one or more enemy starships. Each round, the GM chooses a tactic for the enemy forces, which might affect the PCs take on their own turn. Each PC crew member takes an action related to their role aboard the vessel, which might prompt them to attempt a skill check. The enemy force takes a number of hits based on the number of skill checks the PCs succeed at. The combat ends when the enemy force takes a certain number of hits, or when the PC starship takes a certain number of hits.
Well, that works.
That is what the brief description is of narrative starship combat.
And I would say maybe I didn't have any. It was in a way it was fun to do, but maybe it was just a little bit too late in the campaign. Besides, the campaign, because I had a map, it sort of took away some of the mystery there. I think we will have space combat, and again, I'll harken back to that advice about DL and Void War, games like that, because they do it well. Sort of see if that translates into Starfinder. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Each round, DM chooses a tactic for the enemy forces. Yeah. It's also prep on my part because I cannot, for the life of me, improvise what a enemy ship does. You need to plan that a little bit.
Well, if you scroll down the page, there's a section on enemy tactics. So I think literally each turn you'd pick one of those tactics for the enemy to try and do. So you don't have to come up with what they're trying to do. You just pick one of the options below.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
And they have all the different crew actions that we could do, depending on sort of what role we were taking up.
I mean,
Oh, and it also has boarding rules.
this is. I need to learn this. I think this is because it is a rogue trader campaign after all.
Mm.
We need to. I need to make sure this gels.
I mean, if it's too complicated, we could always just go for. We have one tactic in space combat, and that is board the enemy ship and kill them all.
Yeah.
That way, you don't have to learn space combat rules. We just, other than how do we board that ship and fight them from the inside.
Game's crashing.
Oh no, but it's a hobby.
Game's
I
crashing.
Mean, I put it down like a
Die,
chore,
computer.
but I do enjoy learning.
Holy
I
shit.
suppose. So, and there are dude. I do enjoy the idea of space combat. The thing is, though,
God.
the spaceships didn't feature hugely in the last campaign, but with this, like I've been reading up, and I have
Right.
a Battlefleet Gothic game.
Nice.
So I think we're good. We need to have the ability to ram with the battle barges. But maybe that's just the coffee talking.
I think it's a thing. It is a thing. Good news. Ramming is a thing. It's one of the enemy tactics is ram.
Good. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to this now. Alright, I'm psyched. I'm gonna play and maybe sort of I think the best video game that does this is by far FTL. And to a certain degree that new Void War game seems to be right for this sort of endeavor. See if I can mix that up a little bit. Okay, those were the things I essentially wanted to talk about as a checklist, but are there any other things that you guys want to talk about, check in on, any ideas about character creation? Like, what are we dealing with? An operative and a soldier?
Yes.
Yeah, so far.
Yes, the only thing I wanted to mention, which obviously we already talked about, is switching from halfling to dwarf. That's it from my side. I'm still sort of obviously planning to go soldier and then get into using sort of heavy armor. So not heavy armor, powered armor.
Yeah, cool.
Just because I like the idea of just the scene of just like a suit of power armor walking through a battlefield holding a heavy weapon. Just
Heavy
It's just
weapon, meaning like a machine gun or like a melee weapon?
like machine gun. I think I've been looking at all the different weapons and all the different whatchamacallits you can get. Like all the special properties. Because you can get like laser cannons, which are big one-shot weapons. You can get grenade launchers for like big explosions, and then you can get like the cryo launcher and other stuff for automatic weapons.
Yeah.
And I think that is sort of what I'm looking at currently is just big automatic like machine gun, just mowing down multiple people in one go.
Yeah, so that's like I'm thinking like the heavy from Space Marine 2 and Team Fortress 2 and
Yeah, that's the idea of just someone wielding a massive gun, walking through a battlefield, just mowing people down. Is the idea.
cool. And then like the operative, I'm thinking essentially how different is an operative from a Pathfinder rogue?
The operative is the Pathfinder rogue, essentially.
Yeah, okay.
Because the operative exploits are rogue talents. Trick attack is basically sneak attack.
Gotcha. All right. And are you going for a? Have you played Metal Gear Solid 5, Darth? Or are you aware of that game?
I'm familiar with the game. I have not. I don't own it, and I have not played it personally. But I'm aware. I spend a lot of time on YouTube.
So that girl in there, Quiet, she has a sniper
Yeah,
rifle.
yeah. And operatives are proficient with snipers.
So you're going for a sniper?
No, more of a little more up close, but like sniper is gonna be probably a portion of what I do. Like I'll probably have a sniper rifle at some point, but mainly closer range, like short range, medium range, like pistols and blades.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I think let's think of the composition here. So we have an operative, we have a heavy, and
Heavy
then
soldier.
heavy soldier, and then we have a psyker, which sounds like a what is he? A witch warper? Sorry,
Mystic.
a mystic. Thank you. So that's it. The looks like the group is going to
Oh
be
wait, no. He's not a mystic. I think he's gonna be a precog.
right.
Oh yes, because yeah, they're going to be the Eldar precog, essentially
Yeah,
a
the
warp seer.
Farseer. Yeah, the
Fast, yeah,
Farseer.
that was it. Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting combat wise. I like it. See, what I'm thinking is like I know what enemy types will be thrown at you. And for example, right, the recent addition to that idea is like the orcs. And I'm just thinking like, all right, if the orcs are going to attack this particular set of heroes, man, you need to keep your distance. You need to plan your ranged tactics. Probably have the dwarf flank them, have the precog sort of confuse them, and then have the operative tee them off. But man, that's gonna be. I mean, there's gonna be hordes of enemies.
Do we not have someone who was going to play a vanguard?
Well, I don't
Or
know.
am I misremembering?
I'm not sure if like we don't know how available the American is. The other one, not the real one. And then
Yeah, the
Baker
fake.
Arc.
yeah. And then we have our dear friend Gear, who's online. Why is what?
It could just be his computer's turned on.
Ah, right. Okay. Okay. And he I don't think he's going to be consistently online. Um Knowing him, I don't know what he's gonna play. Wasn't he talking about an Eldar?
I know there were two people that wanted to do
Yeah.
Eldar.
Yeah.
One was obviously the Farseer. I don't know what the other one was.
Well, at least it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very very modern combat kind of group, I imagine.
Yeah, not very sort of a melee heavy.
Yeah, exactly. One more question, and then I think I know what I need to know. Are there any, to the best of your knowledge, fan fiction works that combined Warhammer 40k with Starfinder? Or do I just need to get my hands on a core rulebook of Maledictum and then see how that works in Starfinder?
Yeah, I don't know any
Um,
specific ones myself.
Oh, hang on. I think
Also, is there an open
look
source rule set?
up
Yeah.
Starfinder Into the Void. I think is sort of similar to what you're looking for.
Oh, it's drive-through. Oh, good.
I think that might be what you're looking for, but I don't know.
Hmm. I don't. It looks like a. Oh, this is cool. This is a homebrew Dead Sons, and then set in his own homebrew setting. All right. Okay.
And I literally just googled like Starfinder 40k campaign, and that's what came up as someone that's actually written something.
Uh, actually, you know what? Let's be honest to the voice in my head. I'm just trying to look for an excuse to get that Inquisitor rulebook. So, or that Rogue Trader rulebook, rather. I think I'll just buy it. Because
Hang on, is this one? Uh,
oh,
no, it's not bad.
maybe nah, I'll just have a look, and I think it will be okay. Are you guys okay with Starfinder themed things in the Warhammer 40k campaign? Because
Yeah.
then we can just mix it up. That's interesting as well.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
I honestly kind of hope for it because like Starfinder, like the create Paizo also take a lot from Warhammer. Like the
Yeah.
drift is very analogous to the warp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like elder, like outer god
Yeah.
type creatures and everything. Like the lore of Starfinder, like as it's been progressing, one of the planets in the solar system hatched, and it turns out it was an outer god, and it's called the Newborn now. And like it was a
Whoa.
A Cthulhu god.
Dope.
Like there's some crazy shit that happens. Like Nyarlathotep, yeah,
You're all
Nyarlathotep.
for that.
Yeah, is the one who like tried to enslave the newborn, but one of the other Starfinder gods fought him in the skies above the planet, and in the chaos, the planet
Oh
hatched.
my god. How dope is that, dude? Okay, I think I should just do that. Maybe it might be smart, because we have so much time. Um, because I'm going to work on the economy and I'm going to make the little deck building thingies. Maybe also, and that would be, I think that would be the next step for my DM career. Sort of see like every homebrew idea that I have, see how it translates with Starfinder as the mother rule set, and then have maybe Pathfinder and the Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader rule set as a secondary rule set to translate all those things. That sounds very spreadsheet Excel-y, but I think I like it. It's essentially organizing.
Can't go wrong with a good Excel spreadsheet.
Right? Right? I don't wanna spoil too much, but I do want to show you some art that I've made, just so you know, so you can affiliate with some of your character creation concepts. I'm going to go to character creation concept. I'm going to share some of the art I made. What I'm going to share is the following: the factions that I made up. Like, how does the faction look like when it comes to the sort of the assassins from the Valley of Wanderers? What does the warrior faction look like? and give you guys a bit of a human face that you can connect it to. And I also made the floating fortress, and then we can end it there.
So are we, for the purpose of this campaign, are we each going to like belong to this faction?
You're going to start off there, and it's up to you whether you agree with the way that faction is going.
All right.
And the faction rules certain planets. That's the main idea.
All right.
And they are called the interpreters. They're essentially people that have gone through the warp and back and are now revered as almost holy adventurers. And you're part of that clique. So this is the floating fortress that I've doubly created using also the work that you've sent me, Trapo.
Oh, what, from the rock and the phalanx?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think that looks pretty
Just
dope.
a massive skull face.
Right?
Now, the important thing is, what's it called? Because it's got to have a cool name.
Yeah, I had space wolfy names. Like I think it's called. I think I called it. Where did I have it written down? Oh yeah, here we go. Valor Hold.
Valorhold.
Yes. And then it's surrounded by ships that sort of protect it from in the fleet. One is called Skjaldnir, Arithim, and Fieldstar.
Nice.
I thought Valorhold was pretty cool. Can be a little bit sounds a little bit too heroic for a floating skull.
I mean, if you want to, as we said, if you want to go like the 40k route, just like look up Latin for like face of death or something.
Yeah, Castle Grayskull in Latin. Well, maybe I'll give the seneschals room to name it. That might be fun. All right, let me give you the factions as well. So, first of all, space dwarves from the Bended Rings of Quandom. They have a primary economic function in the valley. This is the guy that does the I don't know what is it called in English? Is it a eulogy? I think it is.
Yes, the guy that sort of reads out. Yeah, eulogy.
And then
Nice. Classic skulls on the knee pads.
yes, sir.
Everything needs at least one skull on it.
Yeah, if we're going down the
This
this
route,
route.
everything needs at least one skull. And maybe some purity seals.
Oh wait, I have a way better plan. Why don't I just get you to the page?
The page?
Yes. So, oh shit, you're on a page. Oh, you're not supposed to see this page. All right.
I don't know what page you're looking at, but I'm not looking at any pages.
I'm talking about the Roll20 page.
Oh.
And if you go there, all the factions are present of the valley.
Let me open.
I'll show them here as well. So Darth, I'll start with you because you're probably getting tired.
You are getting sleepy.
Is he still here?
Where?
Ah, he is here.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I
there, I
had
can
some
see it now.
connectivity issues go on, but I'm here.
It just reminds me of the God, what was it from Parks and Recreation? The one joke. Leslie, I've googled your symptoms. It says you have network connectivity issues.
Yeah.
Nice. You got Space Marine Man, Commissar Man,
Yeah, I have them all. Yeah. I did
Evil
do.
Robot Cyborg.
Oh yeah, that guy, the evil robot cyborg. I mean, let's see. Yeah, that guy. That's a clone of Mornet the Drifter. So he made a. That's the evil wizard that you were referring to.
Okay, this guy needs to die then.
He's made several clones throughout the universe that sort of
Okay.
function as droids, but dwarves are known to hate them for the.
And then you've got uh who's that? It's what am I thinking of? Oh God, what are they called?
Penis.
No. That might be what you were thinking of. It's not what I was thinking.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it a lot.
What the fuck is the character called? God, it's gonna bug me unless I look it up now.
You mean Obi-Wan?
No. The woman to the left of the evil cyborg man looks like Korra from the Avatar: The Last
Ah!
Airbender.
Yeah.
Especially with they look like they're conjuring a ball of water.
Yeah, so that group of people, that's the mage faction, as it were. That's where Fass's character will be situated, and like the soldier.
I'm assuming these guys are like the Solarians because they look very paladin-y.
Yeah, so these guys are the royalty of the space paladins of the universe, and they are the lawful good force, and most people are sort of affiliated with them. And I was thinking of putting your what was it called, a ratling?
The Rattling, yeah.
Yeah, to put them in their service. But now that you're a dwarf, maybe I'm affiliating you with the Gundren people.
The
But I think
Sure.
this is a better one to do. And so the faction that Darth will be part of with his operative, those are these guys, and they are the independent mercs of the system, as it were. Led by...
It's just like a real. They've all got like a real different vibe to each other because you have like retired soldier,
Exactly.
or just like the guy that looks like the full-on military commander,
Yeah.
someone that looks like a full-on assassin, Skeletor, the evil lich wizard,
Exactly.
and then the guy who I think in the story would be like the blind advisor, who's
Yeah.
known for their wisdom.
Yeah. He's the interpreter. He's the guy that went back and forth to the outpath.
Yeah, they look exactly like someone who's gone through something mysterious and has emerged changed.
And this guy...
Have you given that a Space Marine a mohawk? Or just hair?
One moment,
So
let me...
Space Marine with hair coming over his head. Or his armor.
Which one? That guy.
Yeah. Why has he got a hair coming out of his helmet? Has he got such thick, luscious locks that no helmet can contain their hair?
Well, you gotta be a little bit modern. All right,
Fabulous Space Marine.
So this guy is the leader of the mages. Really happy with him. He's going to be the mate of Fess's character, and he's
They
also
look
an
like-
interpreter.
They look like comic book Nick Fury.
Yeah, yeah, that was David Hasselhoff in the 90s.
Yeah, they're just this guy.
Then Mohawk Man.
But they're obviously legally distinct because they've got the eye patch on the other eye.
Exactly. Now he's got the eye patch because he's seen shit in the outpath. So the guy with the mohawk, he is affiliated with Leventransk, who is essentially the dictator of the homebrew universe. I think I'm gonna use the word universe.
Sure.
Oh my god, we have our first try-out attack, a bone blade trick attack.
A what?
And then I also made like a Japanese faction in Warhammer 40k. Well, I didn't. Midjourney did, but that was my prompt.
I like a cool man with sunglasses. That's fun.
Yeah, that's the guy.
You just look at that guy.
Yeah, I love the sunglasses. I'm a history buff, and I was watching some very, very dark shit about Japan between the First World War and the Second World War. And all those generals essentially had like these perfect sunglasses. I was just like, well, I can't skip on that one.
I mean, why wouldn't you have cool sunglasses if it fits?
Yeah.
And obviously, classic skull on the hat.
Yeah, I'm the thing with him. Oh yeah, this was something one of the struggles. I want to call him Nobunaga, but that's a historical character.
Yes.
And then I thought,
It's an actual name though too, so like, you know.
yeah, that's true. Well, I was thinking like maybe I can put in real Earth in the campaign, and that like Oda Nobunaga was cloned at one stage.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Well, because I have an old campaign. This was in the pre-days. I once made a campaign where, like, humanity went to space, but instead of the Western world colonizing it, it was the North Koreans, and there was a satellite that preached the Yuchi ideology. It went nowhere, but that's where that guy comes from.
I mean, sure. I mean, I think sort of the names sort of in Japan and sort of the more eastern countries of the world have sort of very sort of direct translated meanings of what the names stand for, more so than Western names do.
Yeah.
Because you have like the names that mean just like gentle river or blessed by the moon,
Yeah.
or just like spring. So I'm sure you could easily find a name that fits that guy, depending on sort of what the whole vibe is.
Yeah, it would work. And I'm also, I think I'm just going to give him.
I mean, you could also just call them Tim
him.
for no reason.
Well, I am thinking of giving him a neutral accent, or maybe a slight Japanese accent, but nothing too gimmicky. Welcome. Nah.
You know what he looks like? He looks like You remember in Pirates of the Caribbean? I think it's the third one. Johnny Depp's character's dad.
Keith Richards.
Yeah.
He does look a little bit like that, yeah.
At World's End, that's what that film's called.
I haven't seen those movies in ages.
No, well, to be fair, At World's End came out in 2007.
Wow.
So it was a while ago now.
Yeah, but I should look them up again because, Rogue
I mean, they're good
Traders,
films.
Pirates, kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great films. I love them. All right. Were there any questions or pontifications that you guys wanted to share or ask, or any advices that you wanted to give?
Not that I have right now.
Yeah, not as of this move.
I think it's safe to say that we don't have a date yet, but I will say that every 2 weeks, except for the upcoming 2 weeks, because I'll be in France. But I'll just keep comms open if people want to create their character or share some ideas or whatever stuff like that. And then I think we'll go live once that one shot that we're playing is over. We'll see how that works out, but I think we're almost ready. I'm also gonna give Crasher Kibon a week or so, and if he doesn't respond by then, I'll put out another recruitment post. And otherwise, it's just gonna be the three of us. That's fine as well. If you guys know anyone who wants to dip their toes into D&D, of course, feel free to invite them.
Yeah, will do.
Right. Well, good night, Darth. Have a good rest. And
Thank you.
And that was the session. Very good one, I must say. Almost level 11. So we're back to mattering. How long have I played? Because the frostmage was 6 hours. This I've done in 5 hours. Alright, that's considerable. I'm not yet level 11 though. So yeah. And I think we can yeah, I shouldn't have put it there. Should put it somewhere else. See, now it's all the imp, and I used up. It's 1 gold to retrain this shit. So, dude. Jeez. I'll have to beg for 1 gold. Could you spare 1G? Jesus, how fast? Ah. I think he's trolling. Fuck it. I'm not biting. I can feel the snark.
Alrighty. Ah. All right. Now we get our Voidwalker, and supposedly that's that for a lock. Then we have a formidable guy. I guess. I'm not sure. Do I have to fight him? Yeah. Command thee. Hmm. Non-periodic damage sources are applied. Okay, that's actually a lot. And now we probably want to summon this demon. For the rest of the game. Konjuk. Very good. Let's level up our spells. Five hours. That's good. That's pretty good. Let's look for a warlock trainer. Has to be somewhere here, right?
What we do?
Apparently I missed it. He's right in the skull. Yo.
Speak quickly.
You got nothing.
Patience. Discipline.
I haven't got all day.
Well, I actually want a book for my Voidwalker. You don't really have that, do you? Is this all for the imp? Voidwalker. Level 20. Starts with level 20. Okay.
Do not seek death.
Jesus. Level 39. Fuck me. We exit Undercity and we kill the Dusk Bats. That's fine. Let's just exit through the main gate. I mean, where is the entrance anyway? Really? Unseen enemies, right? I'm just not sure about that, but okay.
What is it?
Here we go.
Yes.
12. Respect. Right, you are. Apparently there are enemies here. What kind of enemies? I mean, I'm not gonna risk it, don't worry, but I'm just curious. Invisible mobs. Hmm. Hmm. Alright. Good to know. Not doing anything with that information. Okay. So this is where we died last time. We're gonna make a stop at Brill. Set our heartstone there. Kill these dusk bats along the way. Use our new friend to generate threat. Alright, that is very chill. And now we incrementally improve our lot by actually going back where we came from. This is where I died in the previous video, lads. Well, not this. I'll get to the location. Just a little. Gotta say, I'm a little tense about it. Thank you. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Goes pretty quick as well. Two shadow bolts. Wand.
I need to get closer.
Yep. Alright, 3 shadow bolts could work as well.
Out of range.
You're done. Alright, that's good for 3 enemies. If we keep our heads clear.
Too far away. I need a target. Inventory is full. I can't cast that yet.
Okay.
I can't carry anymore.
Fuck's sake. Come on. I'd say don't. Go with people you trust. Other group quests. I've leveled the dungeon. Uh, Gather 3, but we can do it because we are high level. If you are high level. So the enemies should be I wouldn't risk. Yeah, I'm giving him the full advice.
Forsaken. Beware. Our enemy is abound.
Be quick about your business.
Yeah, like I wouldn't risk going too low level.
Hello.
Group of level 14.
Embrace the shadow.
Don't know about that, honestly. Okay. Alright, guys. Here we are. We're gonna We're gonna go to the place where I died. But this time, I'm not gonna die. This time I'm prepared. I should buy some milk. I should I should vendor my shit. Hold on. I am nervous.
I haven't got all day.
There you go. Now, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Should also probably make something out of all the gear.
Trust no one.
What now? Embrace the shadow.
Okay, looks like we're prepared. Also gonna make a health stone. We're actually going to go to the herb person who has the supplies for vials.
What is it? Yes. Victory for Sylvanas.
Delivery to Silver Pine Forest.
Be good. Victory for some.
So I already have that one. Oh, cool. Alright, we're not going there yet. As instead, we're looking for someone who can sell us a vial.
And you are. Dark Lady,
haven't got
watch
all
over
day.
you.
There you go.
Watch your back.
I'm listening. Goodbye.
What is it?
Nothing.
Trust no one.
Minor defense. Let's just create these. This is on the base of the files that I have, so we are going to buy 9 more.
What is it? Dark Lady, watch over you.
What you need. Beware, our enemies
What do
abound.
you require?
Alright. I guess we're ready.
Goodbye.
Kill soldiers and bonecasters. And kill the mobs. Now, I'm going to kite quest, and I'm gonna make sure that my pathing goes back to where I came from. So a path, right? So don't make the mistake I did last time, because most of my mistakes are roaching out in the wrong direction. I think we can, we've established that. Let's get let's make a health stone. Go. Alright. So we have 3 health thingies. And we have life tab. So what we could do is something like this. Yeah, okay. That could work. Although I would be happier if we could just create a mana potion at one stage. Safe. Things are safe. We are safe. We are safe. Is this gonna work? This is gonna work. I am going to bolt out of here after I've done the Soldier's Bonecaster's quest, because I need to improve incrementally in order to sense the progress and not be afraid. This is going to be 2 firebolts, 1. That's going to be the thing. We're going to be very frugal with our mana. What do you got? Rabbit's foot, that's mine. Killed by Kultura soldier. I know where that is. That's at Tiragard Keep. Which mobs? Which mobs? You have to be these mobs, right? Okay. Well, let's get right to it then. We're going to kite quests. I have to remind myself of that. Don't walk in. Don't waltz in the village. This is not Resident Evil 4. Got him. Alright, this is good. We got this.
Isn't ready yet.
Very nice. I have to cough. Hold on. One, two, one. Okay. Devlin Agamond. He's also a person that I have to kill. we'll go into Kite Quest, going through that one. And then herp that one, then kill Devlin. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. We're gonna wait here for Devlin, because this is an excellent spot. It's safe. It's relatively risk-free. Gonna get a little more damage on you. Okay, the wand is huge. I should not have doubted that. All right. We're gonna kite. But you kind of want to move, because now the respawn is going to be here for this character. So move towards the outer circle. You're next. One, two, three. That's pretty quick. What's nice is that you don't have to wait in between fights. So it's just steady on. Now, I'm falling into a trap, which is still getting into the weeds of it all. See, I don't like where this is going. That's not what I want. I want to be in control of the scenery. We go back. We go back. I'm going to be patient. Oh, there he is. No, this is actually quite good. This is a better spot. Let's just surround it all, map the environment. This is a smart move. No, no, no. Cancel, cancel, how do I cancel? Follow, follow, follow. Good. That was close, but he was too close to that wolf. Didn't want that to happen. We're going for this guy. You're done. Alright, drop rate is atrocious on these guys. That's fine. Level 9.
I'm out of range.
You gotta be careful, man. I mean, that must be the lift, right? One, two, three, and go.
Not ready yet.
No, 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 no. Let's never do that again. No. Oh, I don't like it. Come here.
That's still recharging.
Let's just go like this. Hmm. One, two, three. Cast. Some milk. Get that guy. Not sure why I'm doing this. Yeah, well, that goes quite quickly, actually. That's the combo. That's the combo for the rest of the game. I'm a little bit too far in. I'm gonna go back. Can't get that guy. Correct skull soldier. Is that the one we need? Probably not. Let's just no, it's the rattle cage. We need one more so we can just kill Nisa. I think I know who that is. That's the girl we just saw there. No, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna get one more notch drip and then I'm gonna haul ass out of here. And that's the stream. I can't be overconfident. I have to be, you know, it's like when you drink water, you don't fuck. Hold up. Okay, you. There we go. Nope, we're not doing that, and we're not doing that. No. No. Idiots. Idiots. I can't believe it said that. I cannot believe that's what it said. You know what? I think we're done with Resident.xp, guys. Yep. Alrighty.
What now? Our time will come.
And that was the stream for today, guys. I'll see you guys later.